As we move towards the next project, which is going to be a portfolio or something similar, we're really focusing on the CSS and creating a template or a framework that we can use as a starting point over and over again that will save us a lot of time for creating things. So you're going to create a framework or template page and you're going to demo it. And you need to add a lot of the different elements and see how they're going to be set up. So let's take a look at some of the things I've included in here. And yours should not be an exact copy of mine. You may have a few of the same things, but you should do your own thing. You will probably do what I've done here, and please notice this is copied, and I'm leaving the author's notes, who created it, and that it's licensed as public domain. He has it freely available, but you should leave the comment in when you copy it. And this is resetting various things to make it display the same in all browsers. Then I've put a spot for variables that's going to be in our next lesson. And I'm starting to work with layout. And in my body, I'm setting a default font, default line height, default font size. It's not exactly layout, but I do consider it to be part of the layout. I set a default container. I use both the width and the maximum width because if we get a really large page, it stops it from going over to 1200 pixels. You could also put in a minimum width if you wanted to. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. But you can do that to constrain it. I typically like to use this clear fix method of doing the overflow of auto so images will work fine. I'm doing clear for a bunch of these things so that if I have a float going ahead of it, it'll be cleared out. For my footer, I'm aligning its center. I've got a color set up here. I've got padding. I've created a left and a right option. I would probably want to have the same padding on both. I have box sizing, a border box, margin of 10 px. I probably want to display block because I like to be able to center them or left or right align them. That would allow me to do a center, so I might include a center. And that would automatically center things. And then I have this top here to fix a position at the top. I have sample nav, H1, H2, setting the size. I've got a demo button with a hover, and I've set paragraph text. I would probably want to go through and set a bunch more things than this, and it'll grow some as I move on. It'll build with each project. But you should do at least this amount of things, and I'll give you a list of the things that you must style. And so then I would save everything here. And I could use my open in default browser here. That'll bring me into Chrome. And I may need to refresh it to make sure that it's current. But you can see I'm demoing these links, and I left this in here. So here I should have added a background color to the link. Or to the top one here, because I don't like the look when it goes behind it. That's something you sort of find out when you're trying it. So that would be in my top. And if I save that and then go back out here, this is still open, I can refresh it. And then you'll see that now when things go behind it, they don't interfere with being able to read it. I have an image placeholder here. That's from placeholder.com. There are lots of placeholders out there. and you're welcome to use any of these. I've used various ones. Placeholder.com is great. They have various funny ones. I tend to like uh, Kittens. Place Kittens, one of my favorite, but actually the most professional one I think is ones that just put up the size of what the image would be. And that's sort of what I'm going to demo here. I've got a sample button. It's just linking to itself. So you're just demonstrating how you're applying all these styles. And we'll keep building from here, but work on those layout styles. Lay out your aside, have a float left, have a float right, so that you just can apply those styles and demonstrate them. And that this is something that you're building towards the next site that you're going to do.